trees are just the center of a wood sprite community, those sprites may live within it if it gets big enough. So finding this is like finding a piece of your history, Richter asked. History had never really been his strong point. He still shuddered when he thought about the historical tours his grandmother would drag him on. At some point, people just needed to admit that looking at old homes in Gatlinburg, which is not that great. Yes, it is, Sion said with his previous excitement. He either didn't pick up or decided to ignore Richter's nonplussed tone. And why not? He was just talking to a guilty after all. More important, though, is that there's a seed core that might still be viable. Richter just looked at him. Sion peered at Richter from the corner of his eye, then looked back at the tree, then peered again, this time with a small turn of his head, then looked back at the tree. They continued this for a good 5 minutes with Richter just staring at the sprite. The human stubborn resistance finally went out. Do you want to know what that means? Sion asked, exasperated. You know that I don't. You knew that before you said that I didn't know what a seed core was. You could have just fucking told me it's a mystical booty scratcher. I still wouldn't know. Tell me. Fine. You humans are so cranky and impatient. A seed core, Sion paused for a moment. Richter was sure just to mess with him, is how you make a hearth tree, a guardian wood, or a host of other magical trees. One of the sacred duties of my people is to further the cause of good by growing magical trees for the betterment of all. Oh, so it's like a stem cell. Sion looked at him confused. Richter gave his best sarcastic grin. Not so fun when someone drops a tome you don't know, is it? Changing the expression to one of gracious forbearance, he said, you may now continue. Grinding his teeth, Sion said, the point is, the hearth tree only makes a seed core once every few hundred years, if that. If the core is still viable, it would be a wonderful boon to us. This tree looks like it's been dead for a long time though, Sion. Why would you think that a seed core thing wasn't dead too? The core is a source of great magical power. It gives to nature, but is also maintained by it. As long as the power is not drawn upon too much or too fast, it can sustain itself almost indefinitely. Okay, I'm sold. How do we check? Well, we need to go down into the bowels of the tree and see if we can find it. I should be able to feel a resonance of